All right, guys, here we got Gabriel Hernandez, also known as Baby Bull. What's up, Baby Bull?
What's up, guys? How's it going, man?
Eh,
Nice talking to you, bro.
Hell yeah. Baby Bull, let's talk about how you got into boxing.
I got into boxing. I started into boxing here in San Diego over at the Undisputed North Park. I was begging my parents to get me into the gym, and finally I bugged them enough, and they took me to Undisputed. I started with Tiger Smalls over there.
And how old were you?
I was 12 going on 13.
Oh, okay. So you're about like eighth grade, huh? Eighth grade?
Well, yeah, like 8th grade.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, when I was leaving 8th grade. No, mid 8th grade, yeah.
And what fighters inspired you to box or?
Oscar Marquez, all those dudes that were boxing when I was that age. Margarito, Oscar Marquez, Pacquiao was a beast at that time. All those fighters.
And I since we're talking about you starting off, I know you have a win over Abraham Martinez.
Abraham Martinez, that's my boy now, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
we fought in the amateurs. Later when I was ready to turn pro, we fought in the amateurs.
And how was that fight?
It was exciting, bro, because everybody wanted to watch it. He came all the way from Colorado to get this work, and we fought here in San Diego.
Oh, that's dope. I know he had a great fight. Probably like 3 weeks ago, like a month ago. He had a great fight, great fighter. A lot of people don't know you're a big puncher as well. You have great defense. The one thing about you, and a lot of people don't know, is you could do not a lot of fighters can do this. You could do the Mexican head roll.
Yeah, every now and then, man, I get hit with the right hand. I have enough speed to twist and not get hit.
And a lot of people don't know how to. Exactly. A lot of people don't know how to do that.
It's tough. It takes a lot of time, and you got to really, you got to know that the right hand's really coming, because if they loop it, it hits you behind the head, and your equilibrium's all messed up at that point. So you got to be real careful. You got to know who you're doing it against.
Exactly. That's a very.
Like to throw straight punches.
That's a very experienced move.
Yeah, that's what I like that move a lot. But you got to be in shape. You got to be on point to do it, because if you just do it like crazy, you get hit in the back of the head. It's all bad.
That's true. Very true. And Baby Bull, so how was your experience, like you getting your amateur fights in, and you being in high school?
So it was cool, but the thing was, is I'm a junior, but my dad didn't box. You know what I mean? So I didn't know the ropes, man. I didn't know how it, like, you show up to the venue, you might get a fight, you might not. I didn't know anything like that. So I was learning on the job, you know what I mean? And we were learning, oh snap, the judges don't like it when you act like Broner, you know what I mean? You got to be respectful, you got to do your thing. So that's all the stuff I learned, you know what I mean, through the ranks in the amateurs.
I see. And so nobody in your family ever boxed?
No. I'm the first one.
Oh, okay. Did your dad like watching boxing growing up, or?
So I'm Mexican family.
Yeah.
Every time Chavez fought, or every time Oscar fought, you had to go to your uncle's house and watch it. And when Marquez fought Mayweather, you had to go watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something that kind of told me, oh, these dudes are badass. This is something I want to do.
I see. Baby Boy, I remember there was a picture of you, and you had a white tee on after your amateur fight, and I was all bloodied out. Was that one of your early amateur fights?
That was my 4th amateur fight against Brian Solomon.
Brian Solomon.
Yeah, bro, that fight was a war. I ended up losing that fight, but I broke the dude's nose.
Oh snap! And is that gentleman pro now?
I don't think he went pro. I think he stopped boxing. He boxed in the amateurs. He got a good number of fights, but I don't know where he's at now.
Okay.
I don't think he went pro.
Okay.
He was from Vista, I think.
And Baby Bull, how many amateur fights did you get altogether?
In the 40 range, 50 range.
So when you were like a senior, how many amateur fights did you have at that point?
When I was a senior, I was fighting for nationals, bro. I was in really good shape. I was going to Spokane Washington to go fight. That's why I fought Kareem Martin. He's a good pro now. Has been on Al Heyman shows, I think. And then a couple years later, I fought in the U.S. Nationals again, and I fought a couple of good dudes too.
That was without the headgear, right?
I did it without the headgear. Yeah, I did without headgear there, and I did without headgear for one of the Olympic trials.
Nice. Who, for all the guys that don't know, who have you sparred? Like
I've
the big
sparred.
names.
So from the start, I've sparred a bunch of locals, like what's his name? The dude from House of Boxing. He's a real good dude. Antonio. I forget his name, bro. Fuck. I'm trying to blank. Antonio Orozco.
I
sparred Antonio Orozco. I sparred Giovanni Santillana. I've sparred Margarito. I've sparred Brandon Rios. I've sparred El Zurdo Ramirez. I've sparred Benavides. I've sparred... Shoot, man, so many. I've sparred a bunch of guys at the wild card with you. There's a bunch of good pros there. Brian Flores.
How was the work with Brandon Rios? Because I saw that, and it was hella good work.
Yeah, it was young. So I was young, man. I was like 17. So I used to watch. I still watch a lot ES News. Eddie Setback. And then one time Brandon Rios fucking posted his Snapchat. And I added him, right, like a little kid. And then one day I'm like, yo, bro, I'm getting ready for nationals. You should give me some sparring. And then this dude was like, hell yeah, come through. And then I drive up to Oxnard in the morning, and that was the whole conversation. Hell yeah, come through. And I drive up to Oxnard on a Saturday with my dad and my friend. And then I hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in Oxnard. What's up? Where are we meeting up? And he's like, oh, shoot, the gym's closed. And I like fucking 3 hours and a half from San Diego.
Damn.
So I Google Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, right? And I show up and it's open. Then I call Brandon Rios. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm outside the gym. It's open. And then he's like, oh, man, all right, I'm on my way. So this motherfucker pulls up in the Audi R8, I think it's called, right? Dude, my stomach was like, damn, bro, I'm so nervous. That was the first time I sparred someone stupid famous like that. 3-time world champion.
What? So you messaged Brandon Rios?
I messaged him on Snapchat.
Oh, snaps.
And that's how I set up that work. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause at
that dude fucking just went to the gym.
Cause at the time Brandon Rios was big, like.
Yeah, he was famous, bro.
Yeah.
It was right before the Bradley fight when I sparred him.
Wait, before which fight?
The Bradley fight.
Oh, snap.
When he fought Bradley.
Damn. And how many rounds do you guys go? How was it?
It was good. I went like 4 rounds with him. No, like 4 or 5. I think it was 5 rounds. And it was good work, bro. I was like, man, that's the day I was like, you know what? I can do this. If Brandon Rios did it, I can do it too. You know what I mean? So that's the day I was like, this is for me. And
wait, you were amateur still, huh? You said?
I was an amateur. I was going over either to the Olympic trials or I was going up to Spokane for the U.S. Nationals.
And he had like 30 plus fights at that time, correct?
Yeah. I was over.
And bro, how was the work with Jose Ugustaki?
Jose Ugustaki was good work. I wasn't in that good shape. So it was weird, but he was more heavy. So that was good work. We sparred a good rounds. It was more like homie spar. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't intense. It wasn't where you got to knock each other out. It was more we were both just working.
And
that one wasn't as crazy.
Cause I know he fought Caleb Plant for the title, correct? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he fought Caleb Plant. Yeah, that was. But I sparred him. He even took the belt to the gym when I sparred him. So he was champ at the moment.
Oh, he was champ at that moment.
Yeah, when I sparred him, he was a champ.
What names have you? So yeah, you said the guys you sparred. It was
I sparred Benavides one time.
Benavides?
I didn't know who he was at the moment.
Word. What you sparred Benavides?
Yeah, but we didn't even take a picture.
Damn.
I sparred him at Sweet Science.
We
sparred.
What?
before the fight where he fought Porky Medina.
Okay.
Porky something. We sparred and it was good 4 rounds of work, man. That was a good ass sparring session. I wish I would have got it on tape.
Man, and how's his power?
It wasn't his power. It was for his size, his speed, bro. He'll throw like 8 uppercuts in a row. You know what I mean? He's real flashy. He'll throw 8 uppercuts in a row and end with a hard left hook. That was him. It was his speed was different.
Man, bro, I want to ask you, like, before we get into the pros about your pro career going in, I want to ask you, who do you have winning, Caleb Plant or Benavidez?
I've never sparred Caleb Plant. I seen him one time at the MGM. I think Benavidez is going to beat him up. I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think Benavidez has more height and he feels more like a real champion than Caleb.
So, Baby Bull, how was the transition going to give me 1 second. How was the transition to going to Mexico? Your first pro fight, like, were you nervous? Who told you about that route, and how did it come about?
So I had going out of the amateurs, you have a dream. Oh, I'm gonna get picked up by a big ass promoter, and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna get signed. I'm gonna make tons of money and make millions, and I'm gonna beat everybody up and become a champ real easy. So that was my plan, right? Like everybody else. And then after I didn't win nationals and I didn't win the Olympic qualifier, I was like, man, what's next? And then we were at home a little while thinking, contemplating. And I'm from San Diego. I'm in between TJ, one of the biggest boxing cities in the world,
right?
In between LA, it's
For
one
sure.
of the biggest cities in the world.
Hell yeah!
And I was in the middle, and I didn't know either side too well, but I was in the middle. So I would go up to Wildcard and spar, a bunch of gyms in LA and spar, and I would go down to TJ, and I had a lot of friends down there too. So I kind of, through networking, through talking to people, I figured out, hey man, I can debut in TJ. I sell X amount of tickets. I get paid a little bit, like $200-300, and I can become a pro. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. So I do it, and then they're like, all right, Gabe, you're fighting someone 2-0.
Oh snap!
And then so I'm debuting against someone 2-0. I think I'm even B-side.
What year was this?
This was 2016.
Okay.
So 2016, I'm B-side, and then I show up to the weigh-ins. And then I see my opponent, the dude I'm gonna fight, and they're like, "All right, bro, that's your opponent." And then during the weigh-ins, they kind of pull out the fight.
Oh snap!
They're like, "No, he has too much experience. He's been to nationals. We don't want to fight him." And I'm like, "What the hell, bro? Like, so I'm a debuter. You're 2-0."
Yeah.
And then the only thing that saved me for fighting that night is that I sold like 100 tickets. I had 100 tickets sold. I had the money in my pocket. So the promoter's like, yo, bro, you're not fighting because he ended up not wanting to fight you, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I'm keeping the 100 tickets I sold. I'm keeping those because I'm going to give it back to everybody because they're not going to come down here to watch the show if I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
So I tell them that, and then they start scrambling. And the commission, they're talking to the commission, and then all of a sudden they bring a dude to come fight me, another debuter. So that's how I ended up getting my fight.
And what, baby? So you got a fan base?
Yeah, I could sell some good tickets, a good amount of tickets every now and then.
Oh, that's good. That's dope. And so, because people don't know, like, your debut was in Tijuana.
In Tijuana, yeah.
Rancho Grande. Oh, and Rancho Grande is not there no more, huh?
No, it's not there. They're not making fights there no more.
Man,
they stopped doing them there.
That's the old school, huh? The Rancho Grande.
Rancho Grande was old school.
Which one? Yeah.
Grande, and then if you really wanted to get nasty and fight in an old bar, but it was a dope atmosphere, it was El Perro Salado.
Yeah, it's not there around no more? Nah, huh?
That ain't around either.
Man, shout out to the Perro Salado and Rancho Grande, huh? That's
bro. I think even Ryan Garcia and Haney fought there.
Man,
that's the old school shit.
That's the old school stuff, huh?
Yeah, Perro Salado. I saw. You know who I saw there one time?
Who?
I saw Mayweather's dad in the Perro Salado.
Oh yeah,
Old,
damn,
old, bunch of old people bars, but
man,
they held fights, bro. They held fights, and people would go out there to fight.
man. Shout out to Floyd Senior.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So baby boy, like, and what's your record now for the fans?
I'm 10-1.
How?
I'm supposed to be 11-1, but one of my
Okay.
fights didn't get counted by bounce rec, so I'm 10-1 now.
So they BoxRec hasn't counted it yet.
No, I don't think they're gonna count it. It was a fight maybe 2 years ago.
Really? Have you talked to the
Yeah.
commission from BoxRec?
I don't even know who to talk to, bro.
Really?
Yeah, the whole show wasn't put on, so I know they're not gonna put just my fight up. You know what I
Damn.
mean? It is.
That sucks.
Yeah,
But
that's how it goes, though.
Shoot. We'll talk about it off the interview though. Babel, how many knockouts do you have right now?
I got 9 knockouts.
9 knockouts.
Out of my 10 wins, yeah.
So okay, hard puncher for sure. I've sparred you. I know you hit hard. That's about a 90% ratio.
Yeah, I think I'm at 80 something, 88 or something.
Baby Bull, I saw you sparred. Say that again, Baby Bull.
No. It's like 80 something because I
80.
lost one.
Oh, okay.
That too, I think, boxer.
But tell the fans that was a great fight. Great fight.
Oh, my loss, yeah, it was
Yes.
short. Arias.
And I'm pretty sure you won a lot of fans from that.
I did, bro. A lot of people hit me up, and before the fight, my coach was like, "Yo, bro, a lot of people are hitting me up." He didn't tell me this till after the fight.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Bro, why are you putting Gabe in there with this guy? He's a monster." You know what I mean? And we ended up doing okay.
Hell yeah. And only greater things are gonna come your way, bro. I want to ask you, Babel, you sparred both Jake and Logan, correct?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How was that, bro?
It was a cool experience, man. It was like hype. It was tight. It was like when the day I met them, and then later they hit me up like, "Yo, bro, come through." Milton, shout out to Milton Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me up like, "Yo, bro, come spar with my guys," and I was like, "Man, let's do it." And I went up there a few times. Maybe I sparred them maybe like 5-6 times a piece.
Man, that's dope. And people, I want to say this because I've seen Logan and Jake. They could crack, huh?
Bro, they hit hard. Like, no joke. Like, boxing aside, these dudes are athletes. They hit hard. They're in super good shape. They're dedicated. It tripped me out.
Oh, so they be training hard, huh?
Yeah, they train hard. They train really hard.
That's what's up. Who would you say was better, Logan or Jake?
So, oh shoot, you put me on the spot.
Oh, you can't say that. Nah.
No, I can't. Logan at first was more technically sound. He was smarter. He was everything in the ring. He was good, right? It was better work. But slowly, Jake Paul was getting better, and I feel like he was more naturally gifted than Logan.
Really?
Like, he hit harder off the bat. He hit harder. He kind of hit harder with both hands. It was more like natural to him, but you could tell he wasn't as disciplined as his brother. So that's where the difference was. And I think he started later than his brother, but I think at the end of the day, Jake is going to be a better boxer.
I see. Shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Logan Paul. And who are you managed by anyone, Babel?
I was managed by someone, some promoter out from the East Coast, but right now we're kind of splitting our ways. That's why I haven't fought in a minute.
Okay.
With this COVID stuff and with my promoter, all the little things, we're gonna split ways, and I'm gonna start my career back up on maybe in a few months. I don't know. Whenever all this gets settled.
Right. Would you like? Who would you like to sign with?
If I could,
if you could,
you know what I mean? Golden Boy, Al Heyman, even Top Rank is really good. You know what I mean? Any of the big names. But if it's not one of the big names, I'm not signing to nobody no more.
So shout out to Golden Boy, shout out to Top Rank, shout out to Al Heyman.
Yeah. Pick me up, guys.
Because we got a fighter here, Baby Bull, and trust me, I think you'll get signed quicker than you think. Cause you're.
Yeah, and if I don't, bro, it's no big deal. I'll go
Right.
in there and fight anybody. You know what I mean? Like, even if I don't get signed, pay me my money and I'll be there. I'm not tripping if I'm signed or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, is there like in 2-3 years, who would you like to fight?
So, okay, right now I'm in
Mhm.
heavyweight.
Mhm.
Let's say I dedicate myself and I go down to cruiser or light heavy.
Okay.
And if on the way down I create some hype, I would want to fight Benavidez. I would want to fight Caleb Platt. I would want to fight Canelo, maybe. Like anybody on the way down, anybody with some that'll make a couple zeros on my paycheck, I want to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be a
I
great.
feel like I'm at the top level and we can compete with any of those dudes.
Exactly. I agree. You and Caleb Plant, that would be fireworks.
Yeah, I'd want to fight them or
That'd
fight
be
anybody, bro.
exactly. And then Benavidez and you, Mexico versus Mexico.
That'd be tight.
Say less. Who's there? Who's there? You get me?
Cali versus Arizona, you know who's gonna win, right?
Man, hey. But talking about San Diego, Canelo's in San Diego. Have you
San Diego, fucking the heavyweight Andy Ruiz is
in San Diego? Man, bro, man, would you spar Andy Ruiz?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we were talking about would you spar Andy Ruiz?
Oh, heck yeah, I'll spar Andy Ruiz, man. That'd be some amazing work. Another world champion to put under the belt that I sparred.
Hell yeah! And how about have you ever been contacted to spar Canelo?
Never. I've never been contacted to spar Canelo.
Man, you would give Canelo great work.
That would be great work.
I would say that. I say that.
Yeah, that would be amazing work. It'd be amazing just to be in the ring with that dude.
Cause I'm gonna tell you, you're very underrated, and you're one of the most underrated fighters in the game. You have body shots like no other. You have great head movement. You punch hard. You're a great fighter.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot.
Yes.
I appreciate it a lot.
And Baby Bull, to finish off the interview, is there anything else you'd like to tell your fans?
Nothing, man. I appreciate if you guys made it this far in the interview. I appreciate it greatly. Stay tuned, man. I just had a kid. Me and my wife were real happy. Let me know what's next. Anybody, promoters, fighters, anybody, like hit me up. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Where can they get at you?
My Instagram is TheBabyBull. My YouTube is TheBabyBull, and on Facebook, my name is Gabriel Hernandez. Hit me up on any of those platforms.
You heard it, guys. Baby Bull, Marcopflores. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And we're signing out. On to the next.